Dingus Creations.
What a crazy two and crazy hey!
Crazy family tree. A crazy family tree. The stories I could tell you about my crazy family and me. My crazy family and me. My crazy family tree.
What's up, fam?
You're listening to My Crazy Family Tree, the podcast where you tell us your stories. My name is Lotta.
And my name is Kiki.
And she remembered to say her name.
And I remembered my name.
This is the third episode, so while I'm very happy that you caught on that your name is Kiki and you say it after I say my name.
Yes.
Love it.
I'm a quick learner.
Yes, you really are. You really are. And
thank you.
We're going to honor my dad and tell you guys that you're going to hear some stories today. Actually, 4 of them where not only it will be me telling stories, but also Keekster.
I always tell a story.
Yeah, but you only
I've done it every single episode so far.
You always tell a story, but now
yes.
you will tell 2 stories.
But a story is one story.
That is true. That is true. That is very, very, very true.
Thank you.
So what's been going on? What's been cooking with you, sister?
You know.
What does that mean?
You know.
Oh, you know.
We saw each other yesterday.
We did? Yesterday? Did we? Was it?
I had been to the dentist.
Was that yesterday?
That was yesterday.
Oh my
Not
God.
yesteryear. It was yesterday.
It was yesterday. It feels like a whole nother world. She woke me up. I came down and I was warm like a little baby that just had a sleep.
You were so warm.
Yes, I was. I was very warm. And you hugged me and then it was just craziness and then you said bye and then you left.
With my kids.
Was that yesterday? Are you sure? Yes, it was yesterday. Oh my God, time.
It's already July.
I know. I don't like that very much. It's not my thing.
I lie, we lie, July.
I'm not very much into time going by so fast when it is the time of year when my soul lives.
And your soul is living.
Yes, but also very stressed. But also, I'm already stressed for when it's going to die again around like autumn's winter.
Oh, you mean when fall is coming?
I like fall because I like picking mushrooms.
Oh, you mean like November?
Yeah. I don't like that time of year.
November
No.
is the worst.
That is the worst. And I'm also a little bit angry because it's not summer in the summer sense of summer that I want summer to be.
What do you mean?
Like sunny and warm.
Oh, you mean it's not summery that I have like my winter hat on and a jacket and long pants?
When I rolled in,
rolled in.
I rolled into Kiki's yard.
They see me rolling.
They hate it. Then I saw someone on the road, and you don't often see people on Kiki's road because she lives in nowhere. And there was a lady, I thought, that had like long pants, and she had a hoodie, but it looked like it was some kind of coat from afar, and it looked like you had like this head wrap on, and you walked there like, and I thought, is that some kind of homeless person? And then then I asked her, now, what did you wear when you were out with the dog? And then you told me that it was a hat and a hoodie and long pants and this and that. I was like, oh,
Brr, it's cold.
yeah. No, it's not that cold.
It is cold.
I have a homemade tie-dye t-shirt on and bicycle pants.
As we call it, a poor man's
a
t-shirt.
poor man's t-shirt. Should we explain ourselves?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Do it.
Because I'm in this like, I want to make stuff. So I started to make a homemade kite for my kids.
Do it yourself kind of thing.
Do it yourself
DIY.
kind of thing. Yes.
Why?
So
DIY.
Yeah, DIY. You did. Yeah,
I did it.
You did it. Someone will come in here with a prize for you soon. Yay. They will just have to drive out here. Anywho, I made a prototype of a homemade kite so I can show my daughter because all the other kids were out and about with their friends, that you can actually make one yourself, but this is just like the tryout thing. And she was so mad at me. She's in a very sensitive state. So she was like, you are not going to take that outside and try it out. And I was like, why? Because everyone would think we're poor. Like, that's a bad thing.
Joke's on you, kid.
We are poor. True that. We are poor. So whatever if I have a homemade kite made out of twigs and an old plastic bag.
It was beautiful.
Yes, it was functional.
Yes.
Oh, it was a lot.
But that's not the only thing you made today.
No, today I made a tie-dye t-shirt where I'm wearing it right now.
It's a white tee with orange and yellow
flames
color,
almost like.
Well, it's tie-dye. But I'm thinking, is there like red in there?
No, it's just yellow and
orange. I
orange.
think it's beautiful.
Well, thank you very much, girl.
And then she also made what do you call that? A bubble stick? No.
A bubble stick. Yeah, but it was a bubble stick. It was.
But what do you call them bubbles?
Yeah, when you blow bubbles. But I didn't have the utensil to make the bubbles. I had the mixture, but I didn't have the stick with the holes in it. So you dip it up and you blow it blue. But then I made one out of wire and like some sticks, and my daughter got super mad again at me. That's just one of my 3 daughters. The other 3, they don't. The other 2,
They get
they get it. They're like, it's functional, whatever. But my other daughter, she got a little bit hurt by me. What are you doing on your phone?
Well, I was gonna check and see what såpbubblor are in English.
Yeah.
And Google's like soap bubbles.
Yeah, isn't it soap bubbles?
Is it?
I don't know. You say you blow bubbles, don't you?
You blow bubbles.
You blah blah blah.
I don't only blow
blah
bubbles.
blah blah. I love bubbles. I mean, I'm a grown person.
I was like funny, and you missed it because I couldn't say it correctly.
Oh, what did you say though?
I said that's not the only thing I blow.
Ooh,
well, it's over.
Okay, I liked it.
Thank you.
Spicy.
So you have had a very productive day.
A little bit too productive, I feel. The thing is, my husband was very tired today about how I was, I think, because I was wearing this t-shirt that I'm wearing right now. And I had made a tie-dye on it already. And I was like, I think it's a little bit, I want more. And he was like, don't take the t-shirt off and make more. And I was like, I really want to do it. And he was like, no, don't do it now. And then he turns around, and then when he turns and looks at me again, I'm in my bra, and I'm sitting there tying my t-shirt. He's like, this is not the time, Lotta. And then I was out, and I was spray painting it, and then I hung it up for drying, and now I'm wearing it.
Spray painting?
Well, I have this in spray cans color for t-shirts, for fabric. So it's fabric spray paint.
I thought you put it in something.
Yeah, normally you dip dye.
Yeah.
But I spray dyed.
You dip dye, you're tie dye. But you spray dye, you're tie dye.
Yeah. Yeah, I really love your, like, yes. Oh, she's so beautiful.
It's the pants.
It's the summer Kiki. I love her. Should we get this freaking train rolling so we don't get tired?
Well, do we have any, like, don't question me corner?
Oh, we do. We do have Don't Question Me corner. Let's just put it out there now.
What a crazy two, a crazy hey! Don't question me.
There it was. Okay, here it comes. All the sisters there that I was talking about. We have to give them some kind of credit. You were good at Don't Question Me, making me on the right track while I was talking about them. But I don't know. They were from Colombia, not Mexico. Like I said.
But you said Colombia.
No, you sang Colombia. And then you said that it was from that movie. And then I said, oh, those sisters from Mexico. But it's not from Mexico. They were from Colombia.
Let me do it again. Colombia.
Yes. Because then we talked about the Encanto. One of the best.
Oruguitas, that means caterpillars.
Yes, that's caterpillars. And what's it called now again? Vad heter de? The other ones. Mariposas. That is.
Oh, mariposa.
Yes, they sing about mariposa.
Which means butterflies.
Yes.
So the Butterfly Sisters.
So
from Colombia.
I'm pretty sure that they had some inspirations by. I mean, they did some kind of like homage for these
Probably.
sisters. Yes.
Okay, nice.
because
nice. Is that the only correction? Did I not get?
I think so. I don't think we had anything
I said
more.
candied apple, didn't I?
Yes, but isn't it candied apple?
It's candy apple, isn't it?
Well, maybe it is. Maybe we will have a correction on the corrections corner next
Well, don't
time.
question me.
Oh, don't question me, corner. That's true. Don't question us at all.
Please do.
Please
we,
do.
We need to be questioned.
We should always be
And I'm
questioned.
always offended when I get questioned.
But I love you.
Thank you.
And everyone loves you
And
too.
I like you a lot.
Gasp! I know you love me, woman. Don't you even try.
Ditto. Don't question me.
Oh.
I hate when people say ditto. I love you. Ditto.
No, that's not
What does that
okay.
even mean?
No, that means
I know what it means. But it's like, what?
no. That makes me think about that 70s show when Donna says to Eric that I love you, and he says I love cake instead. Because he was so taken aback. I love cake. Yeah.
I love you. I love cake.
Ditto is
I had a
slap in the face. Okay,
It
tell
is
me.
a slap in the face.
It's a slap in the face.
I was seeing this guy once.
Yeah. Did he say ditto?
And it was a very strange relationship.
Yeah.
If you can even call it a relationship. I don't know.
No, we
to
don't
this
know.
day.
We don't know.
Anyways. So I think he was the one that started to say I love you, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
And then I wrote, well, I love you and miss you.
Uh-huh.
He writes back, ditto, period.
No.
Even I know that's not cool.
Yeah, because you're the worst text message.
I am the worst.
You are the worst. Especially for me that has like this. Does she hate me? Does she not like me? And it's like, I'm coming out to you now, bitch. I don't say bitch. Lovely lady. And then it's like, okay, dot. Okay, period. You're like, what? No, you should say, oh, welcome, beautiful lady, with your beautiful everything.
Poor man's tie-dye shirt.
Yes. Oh, that is, if we ever get the chance to do merch, that is definitely one. Poor man's tie-dye shirt.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Ditto, period.
Yes, that's a ditto, period.
That's worse.
Let's do this, girl. Do you want to start? Should I start? Who wants to start?
I started last time, right?
You did?
I think so.
You never started. Did you? No, I started with my friend and about the poop in the bag.
No.
Yes, it was, because then you followed up.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you did. And then I told the other story, and we were supposed to have another one, but we couldn't because we were so tired.
I'm going to write one of the storytellers now and say, where's my story? Where is my story?
Should we do this, though?
No, but I have a story.
You have a story. Do you want to start with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll start.
She's poking people with sticks now. Okay. You have an original one. Your story.
Yes.
I love it. Okay, I'm
great.
ready.
It's not great.
I'm ready. It's great. Oh, you wrote it down.
I did write it down.
Nice.
It was in 1993,
Oof.
and tube socks were in.
Oh, yes, they were.
Man, I rock those tube socks. Big sweaters and leggings to match were also in.
Why, that sounds so
Remember those
comfortable.
big sweaters that went down to your knees? You had
Yeah.
leggings under, and then you had the tube socks.
Yes, girl.
It was
Comfy.
it was magical times.
Yes.
Well, you can see it now as well.
Yeah.
But is our tube socks ever coming back? Because I haven't seen them yet.
Maybe. I don't know. They
I
should.
could go for a pair.
Do you remember like leg warmers? That was more 80s.
That's a little too late.
Yeah,
Oh, I mean, that was earlier.
Yeah, earlier back in the time, in
Yeah.
the days. Okay, tube socks, leggings, and big shirts.
93. I was 9
Yeah,
because we
fashionable.
I was in 3rd grade when I turned 9. But I should have turned 10 because I'm born in 83. So this was probably 92 then.
Probably 92, okay.
See, it was in 3rd grade, so I must have been 9. Just what I said.
Yes.
Okay. It was a regular school day. In our classroom, everybody had their own desks that you could open by lifting the top. And in your desk, you had fun pencils,
Yes.
erasers that smelled like strawberry, chocolate, or grapes, or something of your choice. And your textbooks were wrapped in wrapping paper.
Yeah, what was that?
Remember?
I remember.
I don't know. Maybe this is just a Swedish thing. But
I don't know
the
why we did
textbooks you had, I mean, they had them for like 20 years or whatever.
Yeah, but they still do. But now people don't do that anymore.
No, yeah, you don't wrap them in wrapping paper anymore. But I remember that fondly. You know,
Yeah, to
the
pick
beginning
it
of the school year, you go to the store and like, what kind of wrapping paper am I going to have this year?
Yeah, on my book. Yeah,
my
that's
book.
true. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's so sick.
I love that. And do you remember, you had the desk that you lifted, you know, a classic desk.
Yeah, because you were born in the 1800s.
I was. And we had plastic chairs.
Yeah.
So they could be orange or beige.
Okay.
And everything was small. Nowadays, everything is so tall.
Yeah, it's like grown-up size now.
You know, it's because the teachers...
They also want to sit nice.
No. I think it's because of, you know, arbetsställning, whatever that is in it.
Oh, it's just exactly. Well, so you work right, so your body holds up for a few years, and
exactly.
not just for
So
one.
you don't get back problems and so because you're bending down too low.
Yeah, true.
But you know, this is the 90s. Nobody cared about you.
Nobody cared about anyone.
No.
No.
So can you see the oranges, beige plastic chair and the desk?
I can definitely see it.
Okay, you can smell it?
I can smell it.
Okay. So we were having class this glorious day, and I was bored. And so was the person sitting next to me. We started to wonder if it would look like we were sitting at our desks like normal if we slipped our legs through the space between the back of the chair and the seat of the chair. Do you know what I'm talking about now?
Yes, I see
that
it.
Space?
But why would you do that?
Because
Okay.
it's fun.
Okay, tell me more.
Okay. So when our teacher wasn't looking, we slipped our legs and our bums through the space.
Yes.
And rested our elbows on our desks and placed our little chins in our hands.
Oh,
So it looked like we were sitting, you know.
I can see it. I can see it. Okay, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you had your legs on the floor behind the chair. Yes.
like
okay.
straight back.
Yeah.
Not very good. Maybe that's why I have a back problem.
Yeah, probably. My grandma always said that watch your knees every time I jumped off the swing set, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
should listen to her. You're a bad niece.
Yes, I have super bad knees.
We were so excited because our teacher didn't notice that we were not sitting properly.
Can I just put in a little thing in your story here, because I will, so you can't stop me. This is so much like New Girl with the TV series New Girl, where Winston is a guy who like pranks, and otherwise he goes way too far to like almost murdering someone, or he goes way too small and like
with
sprinkles,
a feather in the shoe.
Yeah, put a feather in someone's shoe or something. This is a little bit of Winston. You're having super bad back problems right by now. You're sitting like weird shrimps in your chair.
Yeah.
And your teacher doesn't see it. It's so much fun. Okay.
We were
Okay.
having so much fun because the teacher didn't see that we weren't sitting like we should in our seats.
Okay.
The bell rang for recess.
Oh, no.
And my classmate easily got out of the chair.
Yeah, of course.
No problem. Me, on the other hand, I was stuck.
Oh, no.
I tried to pull myself out, but no could do.
No.
No. So some classmates
Yes.
that were still in the classroom pulled the chair while I held onto the desk. I was wearing it like a belt.
Yes.
I could feel when I got free, and I was relieved.
Yes.
But I could feel a breeze
Oh, no.
on my butt cheeks.
Oh, no.
My pants had come off.
No. No. No.
I remember it so clearly.
Was there boys there
Yeah,
too?
of course.
Of course.
OMG. I just remember laughing because, I mean,
You laughed?
yes.
Oh yeah, I would probably laugh too.
I laughed and trying to pull my pants up as quickly as possible.
Your
go on
teacher,
a-
where was she?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
She was like, it's recess, bye! And then she was
Probably
gone.
because that's what I do when I'm a teacher.
Yes.
Don't talk to me. I'm on a break.
Yeah, I'm gonna
My
have coffee now.
My 15.
Yes.
It was a great day.
Yeah, I love that story.
It's such a child thing to do.
Yes, and it's such a bad prank. We're sitting like this now.
You can't see
No.
us.
Well, what was the end? The idea was just like your classmates would see you like, haha.
Yeah.
And the teacher wouldn't
And
see
we were
that.
having fun.
Yeah, you were having fun.
Because we were bored.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, that's what you are in school, like most of the time.
Yeah.
I really didn't like school, but I love that. I really love that. I just there's so many memories coming back to me just by hearing like the school stories.
Back to me
So we can
now.
send us your embarrassing school stories. I mean, some or like school stories, because there's things happening when you were a kid that were funny.
Well, I'm thinking, couldn't you find like a picture or something of a classic, a 90s desk and a 90s chair
Yeah.
from a classroom in
Yeah.
Sweden? Because I'm thinking people that are not from here
Yeah.
may not understand what it actually looked like.
We can make a little slidey slide.
And we would love to know what kind of wrapper.
Yes.
What did I say? What kind of, not wrapper?
It's a wrapping present paper wrapping. But
Present.
they
What did
sold
I
it
call
as
it?
a book wrapper. They sold it, but it was like a gift wrapping paper.
Gift wrapping paper.
Yes, that was
what it was.
Yeah, that's exactly. But they sold it, especially those rolls for like your books. I don't think they do that anymore.
No.
Because no one wraps their books
No.
anymore. We had more respect in the 90s.
For our stuff.
Yeah.
And we kept our pranking and our misbehaving to a reasonable level.
A reasonable level, and there was respect for your elders.
Yeah.
Your elders.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it so much. That is beautiful. That is definitely beautiful.
Thank you. Oh.
Do you want to hear a story?
I do.
Well, I've been poking people again, but actually this
Love
time I haven't poked him. My
Who's
dad.
him? Your dad.
My dad did not need to get poked. I got a text message saying, "You got mail." And I was like, what?
I love that.
Yeah, you got mail. So I went in and he had written a story, one of my favorites from my childhood. He actually didn't live this. This is my grandparents.
Fun.
Yes, before Dad was born. And I really love this one. And this is also what I want to say when we want stories from you guys. Think about, I don't know, we were a family where I could beg Dad to tell me some of the stories that that he had told us, because I loved just sitting and listening to these stories because they were magical to me. And that's what I want with this podcast, just to have that feeling again, when you sit down and you go, "Dad, can you please tell me about this thing
Like
when
a
that
campfire
happened?" Yeah, a little campfire feeling. So, the story my dad sent me. Let's see. I'm just gonna find it. Wonderful Crazy Party with a Sad Ending. That's what it's called.
That's a good title.
That's a good title. So let's start. Let's get this rolling. Okay, so this is my father telling you this story. Pretend me to be my father. My mother and father were imaginative and fun people, and those who visited us often got to experience fun and unexpected things. The event I'm about to tell you about happened sometime in wintertime at the end of 1953.
Oh, I love it.
This is a long time ago.
It's one of these, the period piece.
This is a period piece. Definitely. My parents had just moved and ended up in a completely new city in a completely different part of the country. So they moved, I'm going to add a little tidbit here. They moved up from like the southern part of Sweden. Southern part of Sweden up to where actually I lived.
The middle of
Yes,
Sweden.
to the middle. In order to make new acquaintances and in this way acquire new friendships at this new living destination, they decided to throw a party where they invited work colleagues, neighbors, and other potential friends. So this took place in the middle of winter, but it was sure to be a picnic in the green. Invigorated by this crazy idea, preparations began. So, my father's employer offered him and mother a service residence with 4 rooms and a kitchen. They were able to furnish 3 of these rooms, but the 4th had to remain unfurnished for the time being. So, there were 4 large rooms, and the party was to be held in the room that was not yet occupied. And to create the right feeling of this picnic in the green, prehydrogenation cardboard. There was some kind of cardboard. They were rolled out over the floors. And this cardboard, it was watered and then grass. They sowed grass on this cardboard, on the floor inside. Behind the houses.
That's dedication.
That is dedication, definitely.
I wish I was like that.
Right?
But
just the thought of it feels like I want to puke and like, it sounds so hard. But anyways, behind the house's wood shed, plenty of sly grew. Sly, it's, I don't know if you say
call
that.
It sly?
Yeah, you say sly. It's like when trees drop their little seedlings.
Nuggets.
Yeah, it's like small tree branches that will be big trees. A baby tree, for fuck's sake. I'm sorry. It's baby fucking trees. So behind their little house, their woodshed was baby trees. Yeah, baby trees. And it was young birch trees. And they harvested these and put them in the house in glass jars.
Oh my God, who has the time?
So
I guess it's the 50s.
It's the 50s, and they were new in town, and they wanted to make, here we are, the Johansons.
Statement.
Yes, statement. So they placed these baby trees in jars of water, and it didn't take long before the grass started to grow in this cardboard thing that they put out, and the birches were cupped and small leaves were visible. So it's starting to be that baby greenish color like in springtime.
All I'm thinking is death. I'm thinking pollen.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Oh my God.
But this was in the 50s. No one was allergic
No
to
one
anyone.
was allergic.
No one was allergic.
The air was clean.
Crisp and clear, guys. Crisp and clear. Okay. So, the trees started to bloom, and there were... and when you opened the door to this room, you immediately found yourself in a wonderful forest clearing. Yes. So, I know it's crazy. It's the craziest story. So when the guests would arrive, they would each receive, in the cloakroom, a mini knapsack containing butter, cheese, herring, hard bread, boiled eggs, beetroot and sour cream, a beer, and a small bottle of schnapps.
Of course,
a small bottle of schnapps.
Oh my God.
And well equipped with their picnic baskets, then they all would have to walk through the living room, the bedroom, and into the beautiful little clearing.
Forest clearing.
Yes, the forest clearing. Yes, middle of winter in northern part of Sweden. And all to the tune of Spel, Olle's walking song. It's some kind of like...
I used to play that when I was out.
Folk music, Swedish folk music. That would be sung by my mother and father to father's guitar accompaniment. Okay, so once in place, blankets would be spread out, and everyone would eat. They would sing schnapps songs.
Of course.
And socializing would begin. And I must say that this idea was brilliant, because who would be able to sit down in the greenery and be reserved and pretend to be a little older or otherwise keep their guard up in front of these more or less unknown picnic hosts? No. I mean, it couldn't be stale. It couldn't be like weird. Because you were in some kind of magical fairyland in the middle of winter.
Stale.
Okay, don't stale. No stale. What do you say?
It couldn't be... bread is stale.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you say stale.
I don't know. I don't
You
think
mean
so.
stelt?
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean the Swedish word stelt. That means like, well, it wouldn't be an awkward, uncomfortable.
Awkward, there we
It
go.
wouldn't be awkward. It would be like very loosey-goosey, you know?
How I like it.
Yeah, loosey-goosey.
Righty-tighty, loosey-goosey.
Let's see. Yeah, this would be an icebreaker. Because as soon as you get into the garden, everything will be like just fun.
Wait, that's a talking piece.
Yeah, it's a talking piece. You always have something to talk about.
Yes.
I mean, when someone says, he was unfaithful to me, someone says like, well, we're in a garden and inside in the winter, and everyone would laugh and everything would be fine.
Oh.
Okay, no, maybe not. Oh, anyways, the house where they lived and where this party was to be held on was an old classic Swedish Norlandic house. It was a timber frame that had been carved with a horizontal panel and with beautiful built-in, I don't know, do you call them knots? We say, or that's like the end of the house, you know, where the square meets the corner of the house on the outside. We call them.
That's what you have there, I guess.
I
That's
don't
what
know.
it's called.
However, the interior was out of date, which was to be fixed but had not yet been done. So the kitchen had no facilities whatsoever. It was a wooden stove. They had no fridge or hot water. So there was no laundry room either. So my mother would wash our laundry in a tub on the floor. In order to get hot water, she had to heat the water on the wood stove and then pour it into the bathtub. Some or a few days before the party, laundry was on the agenda. So mother, as usual, heated the water in a large cauldron that held 10 liters, and 10 liters is about 2 gallons of water. And when the water boiled, she took the cauldron to pour the water into the tub, but something went wrong. Mother lost her grip on the kettle.
I love how he says mother.
Mother lost the grip on the cauldron. And then she poured 2 gallons slightly boiling water all over her legs. So that was just a few days before this picnic.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. There was an ambulance ride to the hospital and Mom had severe burns. And we had to send out information to the invited guests that the party was canceled. And Dad had to clean the budding spring out of the house with, I guess,
the party never happened?
a heavy heart. No, they did everything. It didn't happen. Mom had to stay in the hospital for a long time, but in the end, everything worked out and she had no lasting effects from the incident. Thank God. But it can't be helped that I, who was not yet born, have been told about this on several occasions, as it has become one of the family anecdotes. And each time something inside me seems to break a little.
Oh.
Well, all families have their stories, and I think you should share your families. It's fun to hear about everyone's joys and shortcomings. It brings us people closer together, and that is never a bad idea.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, thank you, Daddy.
Daddy. Father.
I mean, to go so far to make a party, and then to just have it all washed out of the drain. Yeah. Oh, terrible.
That is terrible. Absolutely.
I mean, sowing grass inside I feel I get sweaty just thinking about doing that.
Now we're gonna play Spel Olles gånglåt.
Okay, only like 10 seconds because otherwise we have to pay some. Do you hear it? Do you see it? Yeah. I can hear my grandma singing that.
That was a good story.
That is a good story.
I'm very impressed by his parents.
Yes.
That
so impressed.
Did all that.
Right.
And I'm also very sad.
Yes. It didn't happen.
That the party never happened because you told it in the way like it did happen.
Yes, I did. But it didn't. It was a sad ending. They said that in the subject line, a sad ending. But the story we still have the story. And I remember Dad got it told to him when he was a kid, and he told us when we were kids.
And now you told us.
And now I told the world. And I think it's just so magical.
It's very nice.
I need to put in an anecdote of my own that I think like maybe it's a family curse, because me and Jon, my husband, her brother, we planned a class disco kind of thing that's also kind of a Swedish thing. We used to like gather, it was, a school disco. in the gymnasium.
Oh, send us your send
Yes.
us your disco.
The school disco things when you had this like slow dances and stuff, things going wrong.
Can you feel the
love
tonight?
Oh no, we're in heaven. Isn't that?
Baby, you're all that I want when you're lying there in my arms.
Come on, baby.
Finding it hard to believe we're in heaven. Yes.
Yes, so much. Anyways, we were supposed to do that thing. But then, and we were going to put all our furniture away, and we were going to hang up this disco balls, and we bought this disco lamps and stuff, and we had this glittering poles that we were going to put up in our living room, and our daughter got the stomach flu, so we never got to go in that.
Thank you, daughter. And it never happened.
Never happened. So what do you have? Do you have something more for us?
I do.
Ooh.
My story writer just sent me.
It's like... It's like you're a journalist, like, you have to get this before the press starts to poop out the newspaper.
Said, I can't write that fast.
Well, you just have to.
We have the deadline, don't we?
We have sharp sticks to point into your
sides. It's not like I gave her a heads up.
No, it's like, give me a story.
So when I was out on my winter walk earlier.
Your winter walk, yes, in the summer, yes.
Yes, in July.
Yes.
Because sometimes the snow comes down in June.
Yes.
Sometimes the sun goes round the moon. Does that happen? Does it?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. And I was like, I need the story, and I need it by 6.
ASAP.
I said, I need it by 6:30. She's like, what? That gives you 30 minutes. But I can't write that fast.
Well, you gotta start doing it then, girl.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Pull yourself together.
It's our time to bust our parents around now.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So this is, my mother has written a story, The Marinated Mother. It's not called that.
No.
And that's what I call her now, my marinated mother.
Your marinated, beautiful mother.
Yes. And it's actually a story about her mother.
I love it.
Do you?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
She took off her glasses, put them on her head to see better, but then she was like, I can't see. And then she put them back on.
Are you going to cut and stop?
Yes.
All right, good.
You haven't pre-read this?
No, I
because
just got
came
it.
in hot from the presses.
Ooh,
Oh, yes.
so hot.
You can't even hold her
No.
phone. Hold the phone. Okay, come on.
In the early 80s, when our maternal grandmother died in Monterrey, Mexico, my mother's grandmother.
Yeah, I got it. Mm-hmm.
Although it was no surprise to my mother, it did cause a series of emotional distress. My mother's family was gifted with the ability to cure, known as curandera, and read signs that could tell the future. On the other hand, my mother chose not to use this gift if she could help it. She felt that my grandmother's passing was near and prepared my uncle to travel to Monterrey. He was skeptical, but he did as she asked. The car ride there was with a sense of urgency, but nothing out of the ordinary. The family gathering was emotional because, for some reason, we never understood Grandma's tarot cards were placed in my mother's hands.
Oh. She got the tarot cards.
Yeah. This was so scary for my mother that she did not want to be involved in reading these dangerous cards. But it seemed to be her lot in life, and she was not to destroy them. On the way back home to Wisconsin, my mother and her brother decided to stop to visit her favorite sister-in-law in Laredo. She told the women around the table about the cards. My aunt and cousins gathered to hear about the travel and give their condolences to my mother and uncle. When they heard about the cards, they begged her to bring them out. She refused for a long time, but finally gave in and laid them out for my aunt, who had to be over 60 years old by then. As my mother started laying out the cards with trembling hands, she finally said, "The cards say you're going to have a baby." They all laughed and were convinced that the wrong person had received the cards. My mother agreed. All of a sudden, bam, bam, someone was pounding on the door.
Oh my God.
Everyone jumped out of their chairs and ran to the door. Behind the screen door stood a young woman holding a child's hand. The child might have been 1 or 2 years old. The young woman said, "This is your son's child, and I can no longer care for him. I'm leaving him here with you to care for." The young woman left my aunt's house. The women packed the cards, gave them to my mother, and never spoke of them again.
No.
So she had another baby
Oh, she did.
at 60.
Jesus.
That's it.
That is crazy. Is that tarot card?
Loco.
Is it still in the family? Do you
I
still
have
have?
it.
You have it.
I have the cards now.
Holy moly!
Holy
guacamole! Holy guacamole molly!
I have the cards now.
Oh my god! Do not give me another baby. I have enough, Kiki. If you lay out
I
the
read
card.
the cards before you came.
Oh, am I having a baby?
And guess what?
You're having a baby! Gender reveal! That's just crazy, dude.
Yep.
That is a story.
That is a story.
If I ever have heard one, that is actually a very good story. Jesus.
They're like,
Oh.
but she's 60. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, bam in the bam,
Here's
bam,
your
bam.
son's child. Take care of him.
Yeah, but
Or her.
where was
It.
her son then? And where
I
were
don't know.
that
The story doesn't tell.
The story doesn't tell us. But that was a good one, juicy.
Maybe that's the next story my mom can send me.
And I think it's so cool that you have that set of cards. That is so cool.
They're from the 20s.
Oh my god. That's
I
so cool.
buried those cards in salt when I got them.
Yes, good
Out in
thinking.
nature. I was like,
Good thinking. You should have some sage and stuff too. Wow, that's cool, man. But I also think, why did your grandma, why was she so afraid of all this? When, I mean, her mom, okay, your great grandma, she was definitely into this curandera.
she was a curandera.
Yes, she was a curandera. But her,
was she? Is that
yes, you said that.
okay?
But then her daughter, your grandma, she was a little bit against it, it seems.
Well, I don't actually know. My mother's family was gifted with the ability to cure.
Yeah.
It doesn't say that my grandmother was, though.
Oh, okay.
I think my mother's uncle was a curandero,
Okay.
if I remember this correctly.
So maybe it's a little like, it's both like, it's like split them in two. Like, some of them in your family, they think that, no, I don't want to touch this. It's not for me. And the other part was like, yes, I have this gift. And maybe the part that said no, they also have the gift, but it scares them in some way.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. And I think it's actually on both my grandparents' side.
Yeah, that they have this ability. Yeah. Very interesting. I really loved it. I really did love it.
There's so many stories.
Yes, I could totally
And I hope
imagine.
my mother will write more.
Well, you got the stick, the pointy one. You just point. You give me the story. You have 1 hour, woman. And then she just sends them to you.
Or I will blackmail you.
Or I will blackmail you. With what? I don't know.
Something.
I will send blackmail
I know
to you.
what you did last summer.
Yes. I don't know. But that's what I'm going to do. Woman, person, mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Bye. Love you. Kisses. Okay, you're starting to look tired again.
What?
Oh, you look young and happy and like that, you know? Knipsity knaps with the finger snaps.
Nobody snaps their fingers like Lotta.
I like to snap my fingers.
You're very good at snapping your fingers.
I
And I
am?
think one of the best things is when you dance and snap.
Yeah, I have very nice dance moves.
Snap.
I'm actually very good at dancing.
She's professional.
I'm a professional dancer. A dancer. Dancer. I don't know. Okay, so this is the thing. I was
The thing is,
I was a little back and forth between two stories.
you asked me. Did I say one?
No, you didn't say. I asked her if you wanted to hear
Sleepwalking story.
You want to hear sleepwalking. You
story.
always you never want to hear the bloody mechanic.
Next time.
Next time. Okay, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start.
Thank you for telling me.
This is like the story that my dad sent in because I wasn't born when this happened. Oh, maybe I was born, but I was too little to remember it. So it's actually his story, but it's my take on it as it has been told to me. Because my dad, he worked a lot. Okay, I was alive because this was in the 90s. But my dad worked a lot in the 90s.
Set the ambiance.
Okay, I'm gonna set the ambiance. He was touring a lot. He had this band, a trio that he was touring with. And he also did all the other stuff that I mentioned in previous episodes about the radio, the everything, the blah, blah, blah. But he also was, and I tried to look up the right word for this, but it's like military training, but for artists, like people in music and stuff. And so they get military training. You're a field artist is the direct translation of it. And I think they have it in every country. So it's like military, but they're trained to go out in war zones and perform in front of the military base there to give them some culture, you know? It's like they've seen war, they've seen terrible things, but then these field artists come out.
To entertain them.
Yeah, to entertain them. I think Marilyn Monroe, wasn't she one of those? Like,
Happy birthday.
exactly. And Elvis, but he was actually a military person. But he was, I mean,
he was in the army.
Yeah, he was in the army. But these people, they come out to sing and perform for the people out in war.
I think that where you hear about that type of thing the most is in America.
Yeah,
I think I've never heard of Swedish artists going out to war zones and to entertain the troops.
Yeah, they do that. And it's still a thing. And in the 90s...
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
I don't have the psyche for that shit.
No, because you get to see terrible things.
Yeah.
And
you never know.
No.
Boom, baby.
And I remember my dad went out to... It was in Zagreb. There was, it's Croatia. There was a war in the 90s. And my dad got sent out there to perform for the Swedish troops who came out to help in the war zone. And he said he saw terrible things. He said, and I was so scared. I remember when he went there, and I was so scared because what if he doesn't come back? You know, those things. And
I understand.
He told me he saw like... It was rubble, like everything was like blown to pieces, and he saw farm animals walking around, like 3-legged farm animals.
Man, I mean, war is the worst.
War is the worst.
Can we just stop?
Can we just stop it? I mean,
and I don't even know why I'm saying we, because I'm not a part of it. It was up to me that we would not be fighting like this.
No, we wouldn't be fighting.
Let's have a cup of coffee.
Yes.
Some biscuits.
Maybe some wine.
Maybe.
My
best decisions were made when I had wine.
Yes, exactly. And like an open fire. And we sit there and we make
Cozy
some s'mores and stuff, you know?
Come on, people.
Yeah, come on.
It's not that hard.
No, because it's never the people who point at the map and say, let's bomb this place. It's not them who get hurt. It is the people down there on the ground who just try to make a living. They are the ones getting hurt. Anyways, that's not a part of the story.
And all of us other people.
Yes,
because
and all
the economy is shit. And
yes.
Global warming.
Everything is terrible.
God.
That's why we need your
story.
We need your story so we don't have to think about all that crap.
Please.
Anyways, so my dad had a lot of things on his plate. And he
had meat, potatoes.
Yes, he had all of those
peas.
things. But he also had to go to the war zone, Kiki. And he also had to tour over the whole country. Had to, but it was his work.
It was work.
It was work, yeah. But he was a little bit stressed. So he started to do something that he had never done before or after. He started to sleepwalk. And the thing is, he remembered this very clearly, how he went up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, not pooping, of course, that's what you do in the morning, but he went up to take a little tinkle. And in that time we had a bathtub in our bathroom. They removed it when we weren't kids anymore. We don't
after you
take
peed
bath.
in the bathtub.
Yeah, after I peed way too many, so get like corroded and rusted and everything fell. No, it wasn't. Anywho, so he went and after he tinkled, he was gonna go to bed again, and he lays down in bed and he thinks, this is a very hard bed, and it's very cold. Why is it so cold? And he starts tugging on the blanket, and the blanket was stuck. And he didn't understand, why is the blanket stuck? And he really tried, but he got some of the blanket on him, and he fell asleep. And by that time, my mom woke up by something, weird noises. It was like clonkety clonks and rippity raps and weird noises. So she was like, what the hell is this? So she started to get up from bed and try to like locate the sounds. And the sound came from the bathroom. So she came in and she can see that there was something in the bathtub that was tugging on the curtain, the shower curtain. Tugging. And she was like, oh my God, what's going on?
Was he sleeping in his own pee?
No, he didn't pee in the bathtub.
Oh, that's what I thought.
No, he washed his hand and peed and everything, but then he did not go lay down in bed. That's all I can say, because when my mom slowly and a little bit scared tried to like get close to the bathtub, she looks down and she sees her husband laying there in the bathtub trying to pull down the shower curtain over his body, and she was like, Lasse, what are you doing? I tried to make a Skåne accent, and he was looked up at her and he said, oh, you made the bed so beautiful, honey. Thank you for making my bed so beautifully. That was the story. My dad sleepwalking.
You're weird when you sleep. Have you ever sleepwalked?
One time I sleepwalked, and my sister got super scared because.
Did we say sleepwalk or sleptwalk?
Sleepwalked. No D or T. Just sleepwalk.
Sleptwalk.
We sleptwalk.
I sleptwalked one time.
I sleptwalked. One time I sleptwalked, and I scared my sister half to death because my sister was across the hall from her bedroom was across the hall from my bedroom, and she heard a weird noise, like a scratching noise, and she comes in, and I'm like standing on the middle of the floor and digging with my little hands on the floor, like scratching on the floor.
Why?
And she was like, what are you doing? I'm searching for my sister.
That's really horrible.
Yes. And Louisa was like, well, I'm here, so it's okay. And I'm like, oh, really? Oh, thank God. And she was like, go to bed. It's scary. And then I just went to bed and slept. Again, I don't know. I don't remember this, but I have sleepwalked, yes. But mostly I talk in my sleep, especially under stressful conditions. I sleep talk.
You still record yourself?
No, I did. For a while, I recorded. I had a sleep talk recorder, and it was very much fun to look through those things caught on that. It was very much fun.
Do you see that?
Yeah, I can see it. I drained her from her I took her energy. I sucked it into my summer soul. And now I can live.
Poor man. What do you call it?
Poor man tie-dye. I don't remember.
Poor man tie-dye shirt.
Yes, I sucked it right in.
I just wish that this podcast would become something real.
Yes.
Well, it is real already because we're doing it.
Real.
It's so real.
Like,
but if it becomes big,
yeah,
and we can make merch.
Yes, we would make so beautiful merch. It would be fun merch.
Yes. I think you should handcraft all the merch.
Yes, handcraft. I will tie-dye print all of the merch just by my
and make
little hands.
Kites.
Yes, I will make kites with
plastic bags.
Yes, plastic bag kites will definitely be in our shop.
Well, actually, we could ask Coop, which is a food store.
Yeah, in Sweden, yes.
Because the plastic bag that you use,
they can sponsor us with plastic bags.
No, they give us money because we make kites out of their plastic bag. Recycle, baby.
And I can't promise you how good they will be, but they will be beautiful.
Beautiful.
I
mean, it's an art piece.
Yes, you put it on your wall.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely.
There you go. Did it have a tail?
No, it didn't have a tail. It was a prototype.
I'm
and
thinking a tail. You need a tail if we're going to sell it.
we definitely need a tail. But we also, I mean, I got a little discouraged with my
When
daughter
your
when she
daughter was
screamed at
yelling
me,
at
and
you?
she said I couldn't go out, try it out, because that would be so embarrassing. So
You're like, you're not the boss of me.
yeah, I know. I should go home. If you wake her up when I come home and say, "You're not the boss of me,"
Kiki said, "You're not the boss of me."
you're not the boss of me.
I will fly my kite.
Yeah, don't cut my wings. I will fly my kite, and I will be proud.
Let's go
Fly a kite up where the highest heights. Let's go fly a kite and stand it soaring. I wanna keep going up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite.
And let's do chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo, chiroo ray,
Chiroo ray.
chiroo ray.
Oh yeah, let's make a rap version musical of Mary Poppins. Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay, should we? Oh wait. Okay, well it comes in the song afterwards that we're gonna. But just send us your stories for God's sakes. I think we've asked enough now.
Send them.
You're here, have fun. We have so much fun doing this. I mean, come on.
Don't you like us in your ears?
Don't you love us?
When our words just pour out into your eardrum,
Into your earballs.
sipping in
Yes.
to your brain and activating all this
Manifesting.
goodness. Manifesting.
We're a cult. Join us.
Join us. Poor man's cult.
Poor man's cult. Yes. Give us all your money. Okay. Let's do it.
Until next time, keep the crazy coming. What a crazy to a crazy hey.
Crazy.
You've been listening to My Crazy Family Tree. Follow us on Instagram, Pod My Crazy Family Tree, on YouTube, Pod My Crazy Family Tree, and on Patreon, My Crazy Family Tree. And don't forget to send in your stories to podmycrazyfamilytree@gmail.com.
Oh, you think that one is crazy? Let me tell you a story.